All right. Awesome. Okay, so only one didn't work. That's okay. What's up, guys? All right, so here we are, Friday night, the final draw. I hope that you guys are ready because I have a very special interview set up. And I have to apologize. I know that I'm running late, well, because technicalities. Facebook is having, I blame it to Facebook, but we're not going to tell Facebook, so we're going to keep it quiet. So, anyways, if you guys are joining right now, thank you very much. If you're not, you're missing out. You're going to watch this later, I promise you. All right, so you guys, looking forward to tonight. I got to add this banner, obviously. Let me see if I can get it on here. Let's see here. Nope, I'm going to do this again. All right, so if you guys are just watching, I have, you know what? I'm not even gonna. I feel like I'm going to butcher his name because we just discussed this. So I'm gonna let him come on here and introduce himself. But it is Sabor Havana in Doral, Florida. If you guys don't know, you're about to find out one of the greatest hot spots in the world. I mean, I think it is. I love it. I love it.
Thank
What's
you so
up?
much, Mel.
All
What's
right, so
happening,
it's
Mel?
all right. So we got to get your name right. So Jorge Luis Valdez. Oh, look at
Correct.
me.
You didn't butcher it. You did well. Whoop
I mean,
whoop.
I had to try. I had to try. It wouldn't be right. So you're in Doral, Florida, and you have this iconic festival I know every year, which is coming up. And if you guys don't know, you should definitely find out. I am going to add that link in here in like one couple of seconds. So I'm going to like be able to add that back in there. I added it in before, but I had to switch accounts. So, anyways, so, Jorge, while I'm doing that, why don't you give these guys a little insight? Well, first of all, you're actually quite connected with the Arturo Fuente brand as well, I would say, correct?
Well, 100%. I mean, Carlos Carlitos and I met even before I was in the cigar business. He used to come down to Florida all the time, and he met my brother, and we introduced to each other. And I didn't even own a cigar store at that time, and we hung out. And he's met my family, and I've met his family, and this has been maybe 30 years now, maybe a little
Yeah.
some about that. Yeah.
Wow. That's a long time. I feel like that's kind of how Carlito is, though. Most of the people that he knows, I mean, you guys have been friends forever, right?
Yeah, really, I mean, it was really like very organic. I wasn't in the business. He was out, in South Beach. There was a place called Paparazzi. It was one of the hotels and had a Gypsy King type of guitar player. And him and one of his really closest friends, Enrico Baroni, which was a graphics designer. They used to hang out there all the time, and I used to hang out there with my brother at the time, and we kind of clicked and talked about cigars. And next thing you know, I'm in the cigar business, and he's my biggest supporter.
So, did he talk you into getting into the cigars, or did you just fall into it, or what? How'd that happen?
No, my family has all smoked cigars over the years. My father and my uncle smoked cigars, and I always enjoyed, the smell, and I've never really liked cigarettes. So I worked for a major airline, and when the airline cut my salary by 15%, I decided to sell cigars to the pilots and the flight attendants that I worked for. And that led to, repping for Camacho and repping for Tropical Tobacco at that time, and working with Juan Sosa with Sosa Cigars. And I was really close to Orlando Padron too. And, I used their guidance and stuff. And one thing led to another. It snowballed into where we are today, Doral.
Yeah. And so now you have this really great festival, which I got to attend last year. It was a lot of fun. And you do
Yeah.
this every year. How many years have you done this?
Well, we originally started, way back at the beginning as a celebration, end the year, and then we would do, you spend $150 in the store, and we would give you a gift bag with all the goodies and stuff that we accumulated through the year from the cigar companies that gave us the swag and stuff like that. And then it just kept we kept doing a little more and a little more and a little more. We started with a 50 by 80, and today it's a 50 by 180.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
dang.
and this is our 20th year. We opened the store here in 2002, and this is our 20th
Dang.
year, 2022. So it's huge.
Good Lord. So it only took Carlito, you're saying it only took him 10 years to talk you into doing all this work?
No, Carlos is a great example of hard work beats talent. He's nonstop. I really don't know how he does it, but
Me neither.
when you watch him and you kind of look at yourself and you go, the only way that they can beat you is by working harder than you. So you have to work hard. He was here for our 10th year anniversary, which is 2012, and he gave us this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love it.
So that's the banner. That's 28 feet by 8 feet wide, and it hangs on our wall here. He said he wanted that wall when we first moved here, and that wall is his.
Man, that's it. That's the man right there to tell you, okay, I don't want just a box. I don't want just a cigar. I want the wall. Give me the wall.
Yeah, he came here and he goes, "I want that wall," and that wall is his.
That's awesome. All right, so I know that I walked in not knowing what I was getting myself into whenever somebody told me to go and visit this lounge, Sabor Havana in Doral. And I walked in and you were like, it's not like you were been waiting for me, but you were like, oh, the kid's here. Finally, you made
Exactly. Well,
it.
we've seen you everywhere, and then you're here in Miami, and you walk in, I'm going like, okay, so she finally made it. She finally made
Right.
it to Mecca. Uh, yeah, I
It was,
remember it. You're in the
it,
back of my counter setting up all your stuff and pulling stuff out of the bags and all that. It was great. I
oh my
loved it.
gosh. It was awesome. And not only that, but you taught me so much while I was there. I mean, the amount of history. And of course, when you walk in, it's got Fuente definitely all over it. A ton of,
Right.
swag and memorabilia and everything that you can buy. So, you guys, if you're ever looking for bobbleheads or, the humidors by Opus X Society or any of that stuff, just give George a
It's right
phone
there.
call. Seriously. He's got
Actually,
everything.
they're one of our biggest supporters for Smoke This. They'll be here, and then most of the times they get Carlos to sign because Carlos will come, and everybody gets all excited. So they get all the signatures and stuff from what they purchase. So they do really well.
Yeah, I got one last year. That's when I got the Hemingway box,
Oh,
the
you,
Opus
you
Sex
got it.
Society
You
Hemingway.
got it here. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Roy is already checked in with us, and we're all set to have another successful night.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to make it down there. I'm not sure if I am, but if you guys definitely want to get down there, there are still tickets available. So if you guys don't know, you should definitely get your tickets. I will post that link here in just a minute, or maybe even right after. If you are interested in going to Doral and you definitely want tickets, you can definitely DM me, and I will personally send that link to
Yeah.
you so that you can purchase your tickets. So,
Yeah,
but
you
right
can
now
reach
it's
out. We
just,
can take care of it. Yeah.
yeah, it's
There's
just a little.
a good 25 tickets left. We only sell 350 of them. So, I mean,
Dang.
I think it's one of the most generous events ever.
Hmm.
We have 23 vendors, and out of the 23 vendors, you get two cigars per vendor. And in one particular case, Davidoff is going to give three cigars this year. So you're going to get
Wow.
like 46, 47 cigars for $225.
That's
That's
awesome.
a,
Yeah.
and that's not including all the other stuff that you did. All the Burger Beast is going to be here. Seth is going to be here. Ruth Chris is going to be doing sliders.
Yeah.
Divieto is going to be doing pasta, sushi saki sushi, and then we do Rocky Patel sponsors an arroz con pollo, traditional rice and chicken for everybody. So we do a arroz con pollo for 300.
Sounds like the
Yeah,
drunken chicken. Is it the drunk? Like
yeah, it's
he's
pretty
always.
similar to.
That's
And then
awesome.
forget about it. You're gonna have McAllen. You're gonna have Hanger One. You're gonna have Jack Daniels. You're gonna have Balvini. You're gonna
Is the
have
vodka
Dos
coming
Maderas
back?
rum.
Remember
The
the
what?
vodka? what was it, like the 50
Oh,
states
50
vodka?
states. Yeah, they'll be here too. They'll be here too.
Hey,
We'll be doing shots. We'll be doing shots.
it
We'll
sounds like
definitely be
it's gonna
doing
be
shots.
awesome. Now, is Carlito gonna be there? Is he
Yeah,
gonna make
we
it this year?
made it. We used to do it the first week of December, and we
Yeah,
moved it to the second week of December because the first week of December he's committed to the Tampa Festival. So
yeah,
we
the
made it on the
Heritage
second week
Festival.
of December, right? So we made it, especially because we wanted him here. And then since it's our 20th year celebration, we asked, for all of them to be here. We asked Nick, we asked Rocky, according to their schedule, they'll just all pop
Awesome.
up. I think Jonathan said it was a really good time for him that he will be able to pass by. So you might,
Really?
yeah, he came like 2 years ago. He did a cameo 2 years ago. The place erupted, so
Man, I
because he
gotta make
showed
it
up
now.
and yeah, definitely you're gonna be here.
All
I mean, it
right,
wouldn't be an event now anymore without you being here.
I know. Now
You
I
came
definitely
last
have to
year, now
come.
you got to be here every year.
It was so much fun. Okay, I'm probably just gonna stay in Florida for a week, and then I will be there. I'll make my way down to Miami or
We just
Doral.
signed for another 20 years, so we're gonna be doing this for another 20 years probably.
Wow, that is a commitment right there. So, I mean, do you find it? So, the more that you've done it, do you find these festivals like much more difficult to do? Is the ante upped, every year, or is it get
You
easier and
know,
easier?
the things that make it difficult is not the support from the vendors because they realize that it's not easy to get 500 people underneath a tent, between 350 VIPs that we call them, and then you have the
Hmm.
100 vendors, and then you have the 100 people that are helping you out. So it's not easy to get all those people in one tent on a Saturday when people want to
Yeah,
be with their family and their kids and stuff like that. So what makes it difficult is that every year there's another obstacle with permits, there's another set of eyes looking at it. So you got to provide something different. It's not like if you could give them the package, it's the same thing every year and you go through it.
yeah,
It's, red tape, governmental. Luckily for us, the city of Doral has been amazing. I give huge praises to them because even though it's been difficult and there's little obstacles, they always find a way to give me a solution. Not to, it's not like a Capital One commercial. No way, no how, it ain't happening. They go, this is how you do it. This is what we need, and it gets it done. But
nice. I thought Capital One was always that one that's like, what's in your wallet? Like you can get it your way,
oh,
like
at
Burger
the
King.
beginning, Capital One was the know how, the no way, it ain't happening, you ain't getting it. No, 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 no.
Oh my God, that's great.
You
Well,
don't want
yeah,
that in
now
your wallet.
you don't want, yeah, definitely not. So the music, last year, one of the things that I really remembered was the music that you guys were playing. I mean, it was like a party going down up in there. And I really did see a lot of different kinds of manufacturers that were there. I mean, it wasn't just the big
Oh yeah.
dudes, but the guys who still matter, and us, like we had Agonora, you had obviously part of Rocky's, crew was there. I mean, pretty much everybody was there that mattered in the industry.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
not
have
the.
we have people come in and out. Yeah, but we never sold the event as like a big smoke or anything like that, where you get to rub elbows with Rocky and with George Padron and Carlito. We always
Mhm.
sold the event as a generous event. Instead of having general admission and VIP, we made everybody a VIP. Everybody that buys a ticket, everybody gets everything.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that part. That's really cool.
Yeah, no separation, no, nothing like
And
that.
then and then of course you guys also still gave out prizes because there were
Oh,
definitely what door prizes. I mean, I was watching that.
yeah,
That was crazy.
yeah, that was crazy. They like well, normally by the time the raffles come around, I'm a little bit intoxicated. So if I can't call a number, I just toss the ashtray out into the middle of the crowd.
Or
It's
you're
part of
getting
my charm.
Carlito that or you're asking Carlito to come up there and do the job for you.
Right. It's part of my charm.
That's great. That's hilarious. Well, I mean, I loved it. I think it is a lot of fun. And then, of course, you're right. Manny was there. There was a lot of the other thing I remember is the cigar clubs that were there. I felt like there was a big group of guys who were all
Oh
part
yeah,
of the same clan because they
there's
all held me up. They all held me
yeah,
up next to your sign, and I was like laying sideways. I have a picture of
they
that.
there's a motorcycle club from Southern Command, the military base that's close to us. There's what do they call it? Tobacco Tuesdays. Metro Dade Police Department has a Tobacco Tuesday. They're
Oh,
all law
fun.
enforcement. They come over on Tuesdays and they smoke and they tell each other the same stories over and over again. That's especially Mario Knapp. Mario Knapp has a way with stories. He has a way of repeating them. But yeah, those groups they just keep coming. As a matter of fact, Leslie is his last name. Came in and bought 15 tickets day before yesterday for his club. Long Ashes also comes out.
Nice.
It's gotten the recognition as a very generous cigar event, multi cigar vendor.
No, definitely. I mean, I was really impressed because I do go to a lot of events and you rarely see that many vendors there, and it was pretty big. I mean, you got it out in the parking lot. It's
Yeah,
much bigger than the store.
we got the support of our 20th top vendors. So it's a long time, and it took a lot of convincing, to for them to be able to see the benefit, because they're approached by everybody to do these things all over the country. We're not the only ones. So
Right.
Abe does a really fantastic one in West Palm Beach. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know how he does that. Thousands of people, the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, thousands of
Hmm.
people. I get 350, and I'm like, if I had any hair, I would lose it.
Oh
I
my God. You
swear.
guys are, I swear, I think the guys without hair are the funniest. You guys have the best jokes.
Well, this is not a bald spot. So
Oh
you know
my
that
God.
this is not a bald spot. This is a
Right.
solar dish for a super sex machine, and I'm charging.
Oh my God. Now I am red. Okay. So there went the color
Well,
came over.
you said you got out of Vegas and you didn't have any color. Now you got color.
Right. So speaking of Vegas, were you able to make it out to the big smoke?
No, I was unfortunately I was ill. I caught the flu, and
Oh,
I today is the first full day that I'm back. Yeah,
well,
it
I'm
kind
glad
of
that you're back.
hit me really hard. It was difficult, and I was trying to work from home and getting the permits and getting everybody in line, and we're gonna have the big screen in the back, and we're gonna have some stuff acting up, and we have a 360 camera that we're gonna put in the center of the tent, so it'll take everybody as you're filming, and it's gonna be
Are you
quite
gonna
a
are you gonna get one of those things that you like are supposed to be able to like it's like it goes around in a circle and you're
correct.
just
That's a
like,
360.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm super
I'm gonna
excited
have
about
that,
that.
and I'm gonna put that in the center of the tent. So when it
Yay.
goes around and it's taking your picture, it's getting everybody else too.
All right, now
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
gonna be
come
pretty
for
cool.
that. That's just the major thing.
That was the
I'm
hook.
actually That's awesome. All right, let's talk a little bit about your store and maybe the cigars that you have in it. Like, how do a lot of people always get a little, maybe an incy weensy little jealous about the amount of Ovisex that I smoke. Okay, so being a retail shop that obviously does
A little
just a
bit.
little, just a
Just
little
a
bit,
little.
yeah,
Just a
just a
little
little,
bit.
being a retail shop that does get, I see you do have quite a bit. What is it like to run a shop and then also be able to really carry some of the most sought after cigars and maybe the requirements, or just, can you give us a little insight to that?
Well, we're very fortunate that they've always taken care of us with special products and stuff like that. And if I have any special requests, I send Calito a message, and he helps out in any which way he can. But we try to give everybody an opportunity to be able to get them. Every time we get them, somebody comes up and I'll buy the whole thing. I'll buy all your pinks and I'll buy all. And we're not about that. We're about having other people enjoy them too. I know that they might be your favorite cigar, and I understand that. And if I can, I'll try to accommodate you as much as I can. But We want to try to see if everybody that comes to the store gets it. We don't want to sell it to somebody that's never been here and won't ever come back. We get
Mm.
calls all the time. Did you get your pink? Did you get your opus? We don't take those phone calls. I mean, we issue the notification that we have them to our group and to the people here. The people that come to the store, they're the ones that deserve the first shot at them. And then after that, if anything is left over, then anybody can have them. But we don't we don't find the need to sell the stuff out just to sell it out. We're not about
Yeah.
money. Everybody is entitled to making money. We want to make money, but I mean, you can look at my inventory of Fuente. You can see that I have maybe 25 boxes of short stories, double
Yeah.
chateaus,
Wow.
858s.
Hold on,
We
I'm gonna
just got
make
all
you solo.
the
I'm putting in
añejo
solo.
here. You see all
I'm
that
gonna,
up there? That's
dang.
all
Oh,
Fuente up there. That's all the Don Carlos. That's all the 858s. That's all the añejo. We don't. We try not to, and then, of course, we got our share of pinks, and we try to share it out so everybody can have an opportunity to smoke a great cigar. It's about, everybody being able to enjoy them, not just one
yeah.
person to hoard them and to have the collection and to take pictures and put them on Instagram so everybody can see that you have an incredible collection of pinks.
Wait, you sound like me. Wait, I don't get the pinks. I don't get the pinks. Pinks are meant for the people.
I'll save you some. I got them up in my office.
No, I'm not going to do that. But how about this? So, is there a value to actually keeping the rare stuff on, like where somebody can only purchase two sticks versus the whole box, other than just trying to, is there a value in that?
Well, I think that it gives your core clientele, the people that support you year round, it gives them respect and appreciation for being your customer all year round. I mean, you know it, and I know it. The moment you get Opus, you can make one phone call and you can sell it all, at
Yeah.
retail plus, and it's over and done with. Well, what about the guy that comes every day and he says, hey, I heard about this Opus X. Can I try one? Do you have them? And yeah, you could provide that to them. And that, in my opinion, in my 20 years in being in this store, that builds loyalty.
Oh yeah, totally. And opportunity, I think, as well, because it's probably important to the manufacturers that more people get to try those cigars, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I know that you're a big Opus fan, and I know you smoke that all the time, but I personally think that this is the best cigar they make.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, that is definitely a great cigar. Is that the Don Carlos? Which one is that? The number two
That's
or
a double Robusto.
the double Robusto?
Yeah,
They gave that.
I think the old man made the best cigar ever. I think Opus is just the inability to get it, the forbidden fruit, the hard to find, that kind of stuff. But I think that this blend by far exceeds any Opus that I could have ever smoked. And I mean, I've smoked a few.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I'm not going to deny that because I mean, for first of all, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love the Don Carlos Personal Reserve, and in my opinion, it is probably the epitome of a cigar. If I was to imagine a cigar and never ever smoke one, I would think that the Don Carlos Personal Reserve is exactly that. Just like it meets that description.
It's by
But
far, yeah, but Opus is a different. That's a different breed. That's a when you get the that dark and very oily wrapper, and that cigar is a dream
so speaking
right there.
of Don
The dream.
Carlos,
Oh, look at you.
uh
See?
huh.
Great minds think alike.
Right.
Fuente
See,
Friday.
I'm not too far off, right? Happy Fuente Friday. I'm digging
You
that.
know,
So,
a long time ago, he made this huge humidor. And I remember his expression. He said, the cigar in this humidor is a Bentley with the Ferrari engine in it. And that cigar was spectacular.
what
Spectacular. That cigar was incredible. It was a Don Carlos Anniversary Reserve. I don't even know. but the box was huge. I remember
Wow.
I had that box and I sold it to a client that I have in Canada. His son came and picked it up and drove it back to Canada. We smoked
Wow.
the cigars. Cigars were amazing, amazing.
They were gone.
Yeah, we
That's
smoked the
great.
cigars. Yeah,
All right, so
we're not a museum. We smoke the shit here or sell it.
so speaking of, some you get some rare stuff actually. When I walked into your store, you actually showed me the Padron box. Was that Padron that you had? But tell us a little bit about that. That was really interesting as well.
Well, when I first started, I was in a store in Sunset. Orlando Padron was my mentor in the cigar business. So I used to hang out with him a lot. And at Saturdays, I used to go visit. And he came out with the Millennial cigar. And we got, we got a box. And when we got a box, I was in a smaller store. And my employee was, you're crazy. We're never going to be able to sell a cigar for 25 bucks. You're nuts. So we sold right through the first box like water, and then we got a second box. In the second box, we got it mixed. We got a Maduro and natural, and we went through that too. And then a few years after that, I had the opportunity to buy from someone that had left the box with Padron, and Padron was caring for it. And he had like two or three of them, and he wanted to get rid of that one. And that one was number 7, which is one of my lucky numbers. And I said, I'm going to buy that. And I bought that and I held it until last year. I sold it for $15,000. But
Jesus.
my box was quite unique. As you remember, it was
Yeah.
signed by the entire family.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, that was wild. You did not, you were up, and it was people who are not even, who have, since passed away signed.
Correct.
So have you, I mean, I don't think you were going to get rid of it. You were pretty adamant about keeping
No,
it. Now, what happened?
I there was other times in our history that we needed the funds, and I just couldn't bear to separate myself from it because it was so dear to me. And the guy that I sold it to is an amazing person. He was the attorney general for Belize, and
Oh,
became a
interesting.
personal friend. So he it's like I can remember Carlos saying to me when we were in Chateau La Fuente and we were in the Opus room, and he saying to me, "These are my kids, and they're not ready to go to college yet, but when they're ready, I'll let them go." And
Hmm.
I was ready to let that box go to someone that was going to enjoy it and give it the respect that I gave it for the 10, 12 years that I held on to it.
Well, that means that's a bigger thing, I think, whenever you actually know that you're giving something to somebody. It's almost like if a shirt looks better on another person, it's almost like you have to give it to them.
Yeah, I knew that he was gonna truly enjoy it. He gifted me one, and I smoked it for New Year's in Madrid last year in the balcony of my hotel room, celebrating New Year's. It was
That is
amazing moment. Yeah, and it was kind of like bittersweet because Orlando had passed, and you had that connection. But yeah, I enjoyed that cigar immensely.
that's awesome. So what other kind of rare instances or
Well, I
experiences or
had
even
a
cigars?
I had a Fuente Friday. I don't know. Maybe you can see some of the pictures on my Facebook. I had a Fuente Friday. I think it was not last year, the year before, or something like that. And Carlito himself goes, "Where did you get all that stuff?" I mean, it was just like everything that had to do with Fuente, with Opus, and all the inventory that we had. And I mean, I think with that particular day, that one day, we sold about 15 to $17,000 in just that stuff. And I had a humidor. I had a small travel humidor made by Prometheus from
Oh yeah.
2007 or 2008. And Carlos says, I have everything that they've ever made with Opus and Fuente and stuff. I've never seen that before. So I signed it. My partner signed it. And we dedicated it to Carlos, and we gave it to Carlos.
That's awesome. I know you're giving the man that a his own human, was it his like
Yeah,
partly.
it's
So,
like, yeah, he go, I've never seen that. I don't have that. That's it. And I said, well, you have it now. If I got it, you got it. So I gifted it to him, and it was really an enlightening moment because what do you give the guy that's got everything?
right? I
It's
totally
like, what do
agree.
you give that guy? I mean, you can't give him a gift of anything because he's got everything. So when he said that, my eyes lit up, and I said, for sure, this is my opportunity to do something for him that he's always doing for us.
Yeah,
But we've
awesome.
been
I love it.
fortunate. We've been fortunate. We have a great relationship with all our vendors. With Davidoff now with this year the rabbit beautiful presentation. We just got the World Cup cigar from Plasencia.
Oh,
So
nice.
we get that like home field advantage kind of thing. When my father came out with the Garcia, we were one of the first ones to have it. So being in Doral and being surrounded by them, it's worked out for us, and the dedication that we give to the cigars, the respect and the years in business, and relationship with them helps out.
Speaking of dedication, I guess, and commemoration, how do you think that you're going to end up with some of the first ever, Padron Fuente collaboration cigars?
Well, that's so difficult because I mean, you ask those questions. I have a great relationship with both of them, and you ask them questions, and they're very vague about their answer. But I know that at the very least, we will definitely have one or two of them at the very least. But I'm not
Yeah,
like other cigar stores. Like I know other cigar stores that have held on to a unit for themselves or for the store. I don't do that. I mean, we sold the
really.
50th. Yeah, we sold the 50th. We sold the 50th, and if we get that humidor, we'll probably keep one here so people can try it individually, by individual sticks.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but we'll probably if we get more than one, we'll sell one.
So, okay, so then obviously you have some idea of how other cigar shops work and things happen. What's one of the things that you just really look down upon in a cigar shop that maybe an owner does? Not necessarily who they are, but something that maybe is not something that you would condone.
Um, I don't, I don't, we don't gouge. I mean, somebody came up to us the other day and said, "Bro, are you seriously selling the pinks for that amount?" And I said, "Yeah."
Mm,
No, oh no, those go for 50 and 75 and $100. I go, you know what? I don't think Carlos ever made that cigar for it to be at that level, at that price, because the price on those cigars are so reasonable that
mm,
even when you keystone it, you're still at 17, $20. And people that get them for less than that as a cigar store, and they're charging $50 and $100, and we don't gouge. We've been successful, for 20 years. I tell my employees that anybody can sell you cigars. It's the service that you provide that makes you different. And you could come here and you can look at our prices, and our prices are level, normal, nothing crazy. We don't go nuts. We control the flow of those specialty items just so
mm.
everyone has an opportunity to smoke it, because that's what I think that Carlos would want. Carlos would want, he appreciates the people that display and that save them and store them, but what Carlos really wants is somebody to smoke the cigar, the work
Yeah.
that he's put into it and dedication. So we don't, yeah, that's not us.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I get to ask that question quite often about, the price of these cigars, but it has nothing to do with Fuente. It has everything to do with the individual, retail
Right. I
shop.
mean, I think an Opus X, a normal retail price for an Opus X is under $20, and people are selling it for 50, 75, and above that. That's to me, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I
That's what
think
I
that
used to get them for in Naples. Whenever I worked at the shop in Naples, they were all really, they weren't that expensive.
yeah, but Carlos doesn't make really expensive cigars. Carlos
Hmm.
makes cigars reasonable, and and financially attractive, so everybody smokes him. He wants people to smoke the cigar. It's not, to put 50 to 100 bucks. I mean, I've been offered, oh, you can't imagine, for the 20th anniversary, the blue labels. I don't chase that
Right?
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, so
People
there's
just,
this. I've always seen your stories, or maybe it's your social media, and it says "just like that" and "just like that." So what's the story behind the "just like that"?
well, I don't know, a couple of years ago, we were doing some stuff, and I think one of the customers came up and said, you guys do it just like that. So, it's going to happen just like that. Just like that, it happens. So
I
it's,
feel like
it's,
it's kind of your dream, almost like you're. It's almost what I kind of take from it is, here's this guy that puts his mind to it, and just like that, it comes to fruition. You make it
well,
happen, which
again,
is very inspiring.
like I said before, it's the only way that you can beat me is by working harder than me. That's the only way you can beat me. So it's, when we do stuff, it's gonna happen just like that. We're gonna sell out. It's gonna happen just like that. We're gonna have an amazing event. It's gonna happen just like that. I mean, there's a couple of little catch lines that I put on social media. I used to put a picture of a cigar, and then I used to put somewhere but really nowhere. And you'd be surprised how many people walk up to you and they go, "Hey, hey, Mister Somewhere Really Nowhere," or now I do, I happen to be taught by someone that's spiritual about 11:11. So all my stuff
Oh
now
yeah, I
has
saw that too.
11:11. Yeah, so 11:11, I had a really difficult year last year. My mom passed and my brother passed immediately after that. And,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I needed a little spiritual connection. And somebody kind of guided me and said 11:11 is a spiritual angel that's watching over you. And I've always had that type of, my grandmother always watched over me, and now my mom is watching over me. And, so all those kind of things spiritually connect me, and I put it out there, and uh, people ask, and I educate them on it. So it works. I mean,
Nice.
it's
I
worked for
love it.
me.
It's worked for you. Well, so wait, but now did you move the event from the first weekend? So is it on the 11th of the second weekend in December
No,
now?
it was on the 11th last year. Last year
That
it was
was
on the
awesome.
11th.
There
Yeah,
you go.
last year was on December 11th. That was a great day. We had, I mean, it was the first year without my mom, and the first year without my brother and stuff like that. And it was a little difficult. It was a little rough, but we made it work and we made it happen. And this year, unfortunately, it moves one up, so it's the 10th. We can't do it on
Nice.
Sunday because Sunday sucks.
Yeah. No, probably
Uh,
not Sunday. And it's only a 1 day event, correct? Right? That's what,
yeah, we do a cigars under the stars dinner the night before, where we
oh
have
yeah.
Ruth Chris come out and cook. And we utilize that to thank our sponsors, to thank our vendors, to thank our employees and key people that support us. So we have a dinner with them the night before, and some customers decide they want to come, and we allow them to come. And it's 225 bucks, and Ruth Chris comes out and cooks in the parking lot. So if you're going to be here, you could be my date because I'm divorced now, so I don't have a date.
Well, okay, I'll be your date. I've got
You'll be
nothing going
here.
on for
You'll be
me either.
here
Yeah.
Friday night, 6 to 9, and we'll have a steak and some wine and a little Macallan after.
Oh, McAllen, that sounds delicious. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that sounds fabulous. Well, yeah, so I was going to give a shout out to Bovida, who
Oh,
I'm
there you
sure that
go.
you're big fans, right?
I
So we
have
just
them. I
came,
have them.
yeah, we just came from Vegas, and well, they were in for the obviously they were there for the big smoke last weekend, and then I actually stayed with ST DuPont, which big shout out to those guys
Woo!
as well, right? So I work with ST DuPont now, and so they stayed for the marijuana, the MJ BizCon 2022. So
That's got to
I
have
just
been
got back.
huge.
It was huge. Oh my God. It was another level of conference that I've never experienced before in my life. So that's
I'm
why I got to
sure.
give big shouts. I got to give big shouts out to Bovida for helping me like kind of maneuver and make some connections with the people there. So yes, it was absolutely insane. And I mean, I lasted for 7 days. The seventh night, I pretty much hit a wall. There was no more Mel
Yeah,
after that. She was gone.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, that
it's
was it.
those guys are huge. That business is huge. I mean, we were focused on us on the cigar business, and we were focused on the store and making it better and all that kind of stuff. But we should have looked at that. That is a huge, huge, and the potential for that is huge. But we're focused here. I don't know if you knew, but we're expanding the store. We have
No,
1,700
congrats.
square feet now, and we took the space
Wait,
behind us.
are you okay? So you're not taking out the pro golf guys because I kind of
No,
like them last
they're next door, so we're going back. So
time. Oh,
that our
cool.
store is like this. So we got this front, and now we're gonna take the back, and we're gonna do a speakeasy door, and we're gonna build a bigger lounge, and we're gonna do a bottle club, and we're gonna do a members club, and then it's gonna be
Nice.
the other 1,700 square feet.
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm excited
Yeah.
for you. So when is that going to come, or when is that going to show? When are you
Well,
guys going to have that finished?
we're in the plans right now with the mechanical engineer to do our air filtration system because I have it here, and we're gonna do something where we're gonna try to do about 20 to 21 exchanges per hour of 100% fresh air. So, which
Ooh,
means that you will come, you won't have to wash your hair, you won't have to wash your clothes. It'll just dissipate into the high ceilings because our ceilings are
what?
36 feet high. Yeah,
That
we're gonna
sounds
build
amazing.
something quite interesting, and not that it hasn't been done before in the States. It's been done before in Europe, but not in the States.
All right, I need to move back down to Florida. Okay, if you need any help, I will be more than happy to move
We
where it's warmer.
always need help, especially from a beautiful lady like you.
Yes. Okay, I'm in. Okay, we're going to discuss that. I'm going to come help you
Yeah, I
guys.
mean,
That'd be a lot of fun.
and I don't know if everybody knows, like, when you go to a cigar shop, there usually is a room that is climate controlled and humidification controlled. As you know, our 1,700 square feet is our little room. The entire store is humidified, the entire store is
Yes,
climate controlled.
right.
So this is, and our ceilings are 36 feet high. So smoking in here is permitted. It doesn't compromise the cigars at all because it all dissipates with our extraction system that goes outside.
That's awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to get down there then. So are you might going to be able to stop by Tampa?
Yes, I'm gonna try
Oh,
to see if I can get to Tampa. It's the day before, the weekend before, so I'm trying to do everything, getting everything done in the next week or so I can have that week and try to go to the Tampa Festival.
sweet. I think that's going to be so much fun. So there is some other news that I want to give you a little insight about. That Friday night, they're going to do a roast. Robert Caldwell is going to be roasted. Are you familiar with
Oh,
this?
I'm
Have you
not
heard
I'm not
about it?
100% familiar, but anything that has to do with a roast, that's gonna be pretty much fun. I
Right?
mean,
We're not
that's
talking about a
gonna
pigs here. This is not
yeah.
pigs, guys. We're talking about a roast. Robert
Yeah,
Caldwell is going to get
I'm
roasted.
sure there's a lot of. I'm glad that it's him and not me because I'm
Right?
sure there's a lot of shit they're gonna be saying about me. I'll tell you that. I mean, somebody suggested to me one time. They said, "Hey, you want to make a lot of money for charity?" And I said, "Sure, I'm very charitable." They said, "Get a dunk tank. Put yourself in a dunk tank, and there'll be a line a mile long trying to dunk your ass into cold water." And I said, let me think about that."
Yeah, cold water. No, 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 no.
Fuck that. I'm
They don't have
61.
to
You're
know it's
crazy?
cold. They
Yeah,
don't have to
I'm
know it's cold.
61. You're crazy. I'm gonna sit in a dunk tank and the other. You're nuts. They'll
Yeah,
probably throw
no,
the ball at the cage to hit me with it instead of dunking me.
right? Well,
I'm that type of guy. You either love me or you hate me. There's no middle ground.
I know. I thought about maybe like
Oh, holy moly, they're coming to get you.
I know
They know you're
that is
back.
a weird siren. Okay, so hello,
They're
North
coming to
Carolina.
get you.
I know, right? I'm in so much trouble. But they are actually thinking about doing some really cool community service work though. So like they're, Robert Caldwell, maybe another, industry leader would be working together with you at a soup kitchen or something. And so instead of just meeting these guys and getting their autographs, you would be
Right.
like actually working next to them, which I thought that was a really awesome
Yeah.
idea. Because
Anything that has to
especially,
do with charity is awesome. I mean, there's a lot of things that
yeah,
we could do. And on that note, I want to tell everyone that this year we chose the Oliva Hands Foundation for children as the charity of choice for Smoke This. So
yeah.
we have a 50-50 raffle, and right now we started like a week ago, and we have over $600. So if you win the 50-50 raffle, you get 300, and we can put 300 to charity. I'm sure that we're going to
Oh,
match the
cool.
$1,000. So we're going to do that. They're our foundation. We're going to do that, and we have several collection boxes for toys. We're going to do that. So we'd like to incorporate a lot of charity into what we do because we're very fortunate and blessed. Number
Nice.
one, to be in this country. Uh, Myself and my partner are immigrants from Cuba. My employees are from Colombia and the Dominican Republic. So we're very, very grateful for this country to give us the opportunity to do whatever we want to do with our lives. The freedom to be able to express ourselves, to be able to create and to build.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that this year at the 20th anniversary of Sabor Havana, we're going to be focused on and grateful because without the military, without law enforcement, without fire, without the city officials, we really cannot function, to our full capacity.
Absolutely. And then also, I think it's just super awesome to note that just being in the cigar community, you guys do a lot for everybody. I think it's such a great, you know,
It's necessary. It's
collaboration. I feel like.
giving back. Well, Carlos
Hmm.
is one of the most generous individuals. I was 30 years ago, I believe. I was at Chateau La Fuente when the road was gravel and there was one building. And what he has done there with CFCF is, I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so much
totally.
merit, so much credit, for him and to get those children. And they have the school, and they have a psychologist, and they have a dentist, and they have a hospital. And they provide everything to those kids there for them
Oh
to
yeah,
better themselves. And I
and
think
it's
that,
getting better.
yeah, we saw that when he had the vision, we saw it, and he's created such an incredible. I think that 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when he first came out with the Blue Label, the
Yeah.
20th anniversary, he gave me the first box ever, and we had it here at a
What?
dinner, and we auctioned it out, and we got for CFCF we got $4,000 for that box. And then we matched the four, and we gave CSCF $10,000 that year
Oh
from
my
a
God.
dinner.
Okay, if you could, okay, this is a random question, but we were talking about this last week. All right, if you could describe that blue labeled cigar in maybe 2 words, what would you say?
Unique in flavor and unique in strength and consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyone
I
you
called it
smoke, it'll
pillowy.
always taste the same. Yeah,
I
but
called
that's
it
that.
pillowy.
That's
I feel like it's just so airy and beautiful and then comfy.
but that's a testament. That's a testament to Carlito. Carlito's work. Carlito, everything that's done by Fuentes is done with passion. I mean, it's how much money does he really need? It's not about money. It's about passion. It's about history. It's about his family, his father, his grandfather. He's an incredible human being. He's an incredible human being.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
mean, it's definitely a blessing and an honor to be able to work right next to the guy. It's an unbelievable,
and the guy is
just to be able to
nonstop. I mean, the ever ready
nonstop.
bunny has competition. He's like the ever ready bunny of the cigar business. That
Oh
guy,
my God.
yeah, he'll pass by here and he'll go, "Hey, I just came to say hi." Yeah, okay, oh yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to Opalaka and get the airplane. I'm going like, okay,
Or
great to
right.
see
Or
you.
how about waiting till the last person leaves at the big smoke? It's like everybody is gone. All the rest of the, a lot of manufacturers are already out the door, and he's still standing there waiting for the line to
I
end. It's incredible.
I got no idea where he gets that energy, but
I
I
don't
mean,
either.
like the ever ready bunny is shit compared to Carlos Fuentes.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Of course, we're all saying, "You're like, slow down, man. We want you to live forever," but he's like,
You know,
"No, this is living."
yeah, I told him, I said, bro, you need to take care of your health. You need to get some rest. It's like, but that's what he loves, and God forbid something happens to him, he was doing what he loved.
Yeah, that's the truth,
Can't blame
isn't
him for
it?
that.
No, and he's
He's a
just
great
great
dude.
inspiration. Yeah, great inspiration to all of us, I think, and everybody that meets him. That that I know. If they get a chance, because they all hear me talk him up, but then when they finally get a chance to meet him, they're like, "Man, Mel, you're not kidding. That guy's
No,
solid." I'm like,
the
it's
most
so true.
generous, the most generous guy you could ever meet. I mean, I introduced him years ago when he used to come and stay in Coral Gables. I
Yeah.
introduced him to my doctor, my doctor that took care of my dad, and my brother and stuff. And he was at the Colonnade in Coral Gables, and this was many years ago. He goes, wait right here, don't go anywhere, wait right here. He went up to the room, came down with a bag, and he started to give him BBMFs, and he started to give him Lanceros, and my doctor was going, this guy is a wonderful, yeah, it's great. But that's who he is. That's you
Yeah.
can't change that. That's what
No,
makes
I
him
love it.
him. Yeah.
So
He's one of the
awesome.
most generous individuals that I've ever met in my life, and hardworking boy. Whew.
And fun and hilarious too. He's
Oh,
got quite the joke.
he's a gas. I really, I don't understand it. I mean, I'm at home, I'm half asleep, and I get a message, and the message is from Carlos, and I'm going like, this guy doesn't fucking sleep. I mean, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's sending me a joke, and I'm going like, bro, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Where are you, Dubai? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, and then you don't hear from him for like a month or so. He doesn't send you a message. You tell him, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Are you okay? And then all of a sudden, it's pop, 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 and he's sending you joke after joke after joke after joke, and you're going like, this fucking guy doesn't sleep.
Rocky told me the same thing this week. That's so funny. Rocky was saying pretty much similar the same thing. He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh my
you
God!"
like you said.
When Rocky says that you are a hard worker, that's pretty big deal because Rocky's pretty. He gets around too. So I was like,
Well,
"What?" He's like, "I don't know."
yeah, but see, Rocky is a little different than Carlito.
Oh yeah, much
Carlito
different.
is hard work, and Carlito, measures himself with his drinking and stuff. Rocky, Nimish, and Nish, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a really bumpy ride because those guys can drink, and they can drink and drink, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning they're back up. They went to sleep at 4. They're back up at 6. They got their baggage, and they're at the airport to the next destination. I mean, I don't know how
Oh
those
my God.
guys are preserved in alcohol, especially Nimish.
Preserved. Yes, that's why their skin looks so good at that age.
Yeah,
That's
those
a good
guys know.
point.
Holy shit. Ah,
Oh my
it's
God,
hard to
that's
keep
so
up with
funny.
those guys. Yeah, those guys are. Rocky is awesome, though. Rocky has always been a big supporter of us. And Nimish, I
Yeah.
mean, we're like family with them. We go to Naples and visit, and we have lunch, and their family is amazing. His mom and dad are
Hmm.
wonderful people. Really,
Oh yeah.
that's the thing about this business is that most of the people are family owned businesses. The Altadis and the General Cigars and stuff like that. They're a little detached from what we are. But you get Pepin and Jaime and Yanni, and then you get with Altadis you get Rafael, which is
Hmm.
amazing. With the Plasencias, I mean, what can I tell you? Nestor's brother was
Yeah.
my mother's doctor, my brother's doctor. So,
Yeah.
it's just so
And
close.
oh, absolutely. That's the coolest part about I think being able to work with these guys is that even Alan Rubin and his huge sons are
Sure.
awesome as well, and it's like they almost don't have to know you, but they just like accept you as family immediately, and then it's just a matter of getting to know them even more, you know. But it's best. I mean, PCA is always my favorite time of the year because we just get to hang out with family. It's like a huge family
Yeah.
reunion. So much
Alan
fun.
Rubin is a gentleman. Alan Rubin
Yes.
is a gentleman, and Ralph Montero.
Hmm.
That guy is made of gold. That guy's heart is gold. Yeah,
I
really
wonder
good people.
where. I'm kind of curious though. You know, Rocky and Nish don't have any children, so where is Rocky? What's going to happen to Rocky Patel cigars? You know?
I don't know, but that fat boy better keep himself alive for a while because Rocky is traveling all over the world. He's got that fat boy working down there. Even though
Yeah.
he's half of what he used to be, but yeah, he's half of what he used to be. But
Right.
those guys put hard work to shame as well. Those are
They
very,
did.
very hardworking family. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
their
trying to rock.
space in Naples.
Oh yeah, that's
That
awesome too.
space
That's
in
where I.
Naples.
That was
Oh my
where I
God.
my pretty much my career was born. You know, in Naples with Rocky, and that's
That
how it all
last building
started.
that he bought, that last building he
Oh
bought in
yeah,
that
it's
space, holy
awesome,
shit. You need like a
right?
golf cart to get from one side to the next.
The showers. I mean, the bathrooms. You want to talk about
Yeah.
sexy bathrooms? Okay, Rocky has like the offices are amazing. You
But those
know,
guys don't stop. They go there, shower, grab their bag, and go someplace else. It's like, nonstop.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
no.
So he
When
was just
Rocky,
here. He was just here in North Carolina. Actually, he
oh
did an
yeah,
event with Craig Cass at
yeah.
Tinderbox.
Rocky invites you, you go to a Rocky event, and he goes, hey, let's get together at my house after. You're crazy. That means that you
Yeah.
won't be able to get back to Miami for 2 days.
Oh, I would like to meet the guys who actually survived Rocky at the Big Smoke this year because I know he definitely he was out for a good time. Let's just say that. He was definitely enjoying himself.
But I'm telling you, I mean, we've gone to a lot of events in Naples. We went to, I think, Rocky and I are the same age. We were born the same year. And when he turned 40, we went to, he put us up in Naples and he had a dinner at a restaurant. And then they picked us up in a trolley. And then they had drinks in the trolley and they had shrimp cocktails. And then you went to the dinner. And then from the dinner, you went to someplace else. And you go, this never ends. It never ends. And then the next day on Monday morning, he was on an airplane to Carolina, to North Carolina, or to California or something. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't know. They're in amazing shape. Those two, Rocky
Yeah.
and Carlito.
Yeah,
I
right?
can't do it
It
like
is.
that anymore. I gotta get some rest.
What?
I gotta
I've
get some
seen you
sleep.
traveling all over the place too, though. You remember just like that? Just like
Yeah, I
that.
do a little bit. It's gonna happen just like that.
Yep, I like it. That's awesome. Well, man, okay, so you guys listen, I am going to post the link if you guys I will post it in the comments as soon as this is over and that way you guys can purchase your tickets. If you do want to get your tickets and you don't see it, just send me a DM. I will send the link directly to you or you can look up Savannah what is it? Sabor Havana. Also,
Right,
it's in
Smoke This
Doral.
and Eventbrite. Eventbrite
Okay.
has it as Smoke This December 10th, and you get 46 cigars out of 225 bucks. It's like about $5 a stick, and you get all the food, all the drinks, and all the crazy raffles that we do, and all the ashtrays I throw out into the middle of the group of people,
Yeah.
and this is our 20th year, so expect the unexpected.
Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, I'm definitely gonna be there. So,
Well, you're
and
gonna
it's
be
so
my
much
date at
fun.
dinner.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I got
Don't
a date
forget
now.
that.
This is
You got
awesome.
a
All
you got a
right.
date. You're gonna be my date at dinner, so you need to be here the night, Friday night, 6 to 10,
Friday
six
night.
to nine. We'll have dinner under the stars here in front of the store, and Ruth Chris will cook for us. And you
Nice.
have to tell me what steak you want and what temperature, so you can make sure it just gets served to you. You don't even have to ask for it.
Just like that. I got
Just
dinner
like
and
that.
steak dinner.
You get a steak dinner, and look at that. And George Valdez's date. Wow. I'm gonna be like the envy of the entire cigar industry.
Oh Lordy,
George
don't tell
Valdez
them
gets a
that.
date with the kid.
I don't know if we were allowed to say that, but yes, that's what was gonna happen. I am the kid. I love it. Well,
It'll be
this
fun.
is yes, so this has been awesome. I'm so glad that you were able to join me tonight. So I'm so glad
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having
yeah,
me.
I'm excited. So definitely you guys check it out. It is Smoke This. It's December 10th and it's going to be a it's going to be so much fun. And then also I hope to see you in Tampa as well. So hopefully that'll be
I'm gonna
happening.
do my best to be out there. I just have to get all the little things taken care of. We have a lot of it advanced already, so hopefully a week before I'll be good. But we'll stay in touch. I'll
Fabulous.
let you know.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. And
Thank
you guys,
you.
this was the final draw, and I hope that you all have a great weekend. Don't forget this Sunday, we are actually going to have Eric Newman on the
Wow.
Professor Show, who just got the Hall of Fame from Big Smoke or Cigar Aficionado. Just what is it called? Inaugurated into the Hall of Fame or
Inaugurated into the
inducted?
Hall of Fame. Inducted into the
Inducted.
Hall of Fame.
That's the word. Inducted into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him, and it's going to be definitely a really good show. So check that out. Facebook.com/The Professor Show at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday. So, or actually daylight savings time, I suppose. Now I don't know. Anyways, one of those two. Okay, 2 p.m. Just don't
They're
forget.
gonna fix that. They're gonna fix that. They're gonna take 1 hour away somewhere, or they're gonna give us an hour. Somebody's gonna decide that this bullshit with daylight savings time sucks
I
because it gets dark
know.
at 5 and it gets light and it's like crazy.
Right? It doesn't work for Floridians, I don't think.
Yeah, at
So
all. It sucks.
mm-mm.
Yeah, let's see if
That's awesome.
DeSantis now changes that.
Right? Oh yeah, there we go. Hey, everything's new now. We got all kinds of new stuff. Well, this is awesome. So, all right, thank you so much, and we will see you soon. Then have a
Love you,
great
Mel.
weekend.
Thanks for having
Love
us.
you too. Thank
Take
you.
care.
We'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.